So, yesterday I opened this campaign with no real forethought or idea other than I won't let this government ruin my life's work. It was the shocking news of closing the ports for the Aquarius that made me realise that rather than a year or two, we're entering the last months of Mosaico. So what is Mosaico? Mosaico is an immigrant centre for under-18s requesting political asylum. Our kids come from Egypt, Bangladesh, Ghana, Senegal, Nigeria, Niger, and often they're termed economic migrants, though in many cases they're fleeing religious or social persecution because of lifestyle choices, because of tribal issues or extreme poverty. And without exception, the African migrants have all experienced hardship in Libya, where often they've spent 6 months to a year in prison, simply being rounded up, thrown in prison, forced to do manual labour, and then sent out on the boats. We suspect that there are also other types of abuse going on in Libya. At Mosaico, we have to give them time to adjust, to learn the local language, which is Italian. We have educators on site. And then do our absolute best to help them to integrate into Italian society. To that end, we kind of send them to school during the scholastic year, again to help them with their Italian and to give them a qualification, which in Italian is terza media, which is junior high in America or middle school in some places in Britain. And it's the minimum qualification that you need to work in Italy. We also work on programs to allow them to make friends outside the centre and to avoid segregation. And there is obviously a tendency to do this anyway. But it's important that they don't exist only in the bubble of migrants and that they have friends and connections outside of that bubble. And it helps them to integrate. So for the last 3 years, we have them as counsellors. Summer school, they volunteer for this, and that helps them to build friendships with the local teenagers especially. And we also send them to a new project as we send them to the elementary school to teach the elementary kids about life in Africa, the happier side of life in Africa, sharing their culture, knowledge of their homeland, from stories that they're told as children, pictures of the wildlife and the sights and the special things about their own individual countries. And these things work. Our kids are happier and more integrated than those who are thrown directly into camps. I honestly wish that we could have expanded to give more migrants the sort of opportunities that our guys had. There are people who have used the migrant crisis to enrich themselves, and we honestly are not those people. If anything, it's the opposite. I'm Scottish. It doesn't come easy to me to say that I'm broke, I need money, both on a personal and a professional level, but we have no savings left. We invested everything into this project because it's something that myself and my wife believed in, and it has been beautiful watching my wife learn more about these kind of issues that I knew a lot about anyway when we started the project. But why do we need your money? We need it to stay open. The money spent on rent, food, staff, clothes, even in big ticket items such as, our kids are teenagers. This is something that is often forgotten when people talk about migrants. Our kids are teenagers and they have all the same problems and needs and desires as teenagers everywhere. They want the best jeans, they want the best phones and all they can't have them. But what we do is we give them pocket money, and they can either use that on a weekly basis so they can go out and have a coffee with their friends or whatever, or also they can save it up. So if they want a special pair of trainers or whatever, we don't give them that stuff. They save up for it and they work for it. So I mean, not work, but they save up for it, and they put money aside, and they get the big ticket item after a few weeks or a month or 2 months or whatever, depending on what it is. So maybe we're going to have to stop that just now as these things are going on, but we'll see. We have 24-hour supervision because they're under 18, so all day and all night. We have on-site educators and a psychologist during the day. Psychologist is actually my wife. But we need help, and we need a lot of help in a very short period of time. So thank you for listening, and I really hope that some of you out there will donate to help keep this alive in the face of an impossible political situation just now. Thank you very much.